My name is Scout, and I am 9 years old. I live with my mom, dad, and little brother in Ayer, Massachusetts. Like most kids, I'm very curious. I decided to start my own show where I find out everything I can about everything I can think of. I call it Scout Finds Out. If you're curious too, this is the show for you. In this special edition of Scout Finds Out, we step out into the world and explore the Ayer Women's Rally. Lots of people were there to speak and fight for women's rights. This is how it went. We're standing here at the Ayer Women's Rally at Town Hall. Let's go inside and take a look.
We got the idea after the 2016 election and the women's marches began nationwide. And the very first year we went into Boston and participated in a really positive experience at the Women's March. And then the next year and the year after that, we did our own women's marches here in Ayer. And then this year, because it's so cold outside, we decided to do that indoor and have a rally.
We're here with Angeline from Planned Parenthood. So what exactly is Planned Parenthood?
Planned Parenthood is a sexual and reproductive health care provider, a researcher, a place where people can get education, and then also a place where folks can get some information about advocacy work.
Cool. So where is it?
Our closest locations are in Marlborough and in Worcester, and then we have a few other locations in Massachusetts.
That sounds cool. So are you the leader of the Planned Parenthood business, or are you just a worker?
That would be so cool if I was the leader, but I am not. I'm the community outreach manager, which means I get to go out to places like this and talk about Planned Parenthood and the services that we deliver. That's my job.
Cool. That sounds awesome. I'm here with my grandmother, Beth, who is here to represent the Women's March. So what exactly do you represent at this table?
This is the LBGTQ table, which represents people, teens, and women especially who are struggling with who they are and who they love. And mostly we're here to let people know that it's okay to love who you love and be who you are.
That's really great. So could you tell me a little bit about what's on the table here?
What we have here is information about hotlines and support groups for mostly teens, but anyone that's struggling with who they love and who they are. Because a lot of times it can be very confusing, and here are people who've been where you are and can help you accept who you are.
That's really great. Why are immigrant rights important to you?
Because we're all immigrants, except for the Native Americans. And it's only fair that we welcome people into our communities and treat them with respect.
We're here with Bita, who's an immigrant from Iran. So, what's it like being an immigrant from Iran?
What is it like, you said? You know what? I really like America because I feel very free here. But I feel a little nervous when we have presidents like Trump who is aiming the cultural spots in Iran. Here I have some pictures of Iran, the cultural places in Iran, okay? And these are the places that are very, very dear to Iranian people. And President Trump tweeted that he has 52 places in Iran aimed at cultural places in Iran that he wants to destroy. I just wanted to bring this book so people can see the cultural places that Trump is aiming as his enemies. As a woman, I feel our rights have been ignored in the whole world. And here in America, I really felt it 4 years ago when it was the election. And I felt that a very, very qualified woman didn't get elected. And the way that our president is acting is very much against how women feel comfortable and free. I just wanted to join here to say that I am one of the women that lives in America and is Iranian American, and I wanted to say that I want to fight against war. And I brought some cookies, Iranian cookies, for people to see that we are not very different. We just have a little different in taste and maybe a spice, but we're all people who like sweet things.
We're here with the Ayer Robotics Team, whose mission is to build a robot that can communicate with other robots. So why are you here at the Women's March?
So we wanted to spread the message of FIRST, which is, build a robot, and that, women can be in STEM and should be in STEM fields.
Yeah, so we're just a group of females on the robotics team at our high school at Ayer Shirley, and we're just promoting STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math in women in our community.
We have 3 different stations set up, one to do postcards or letters to the state representatives or to help advocate for childhood education.
Is that how you spell senator? Right now we're interviewing Senator Jaime Eldridge, who is a senator, I guess. So why are you here at the Women's Rally?
Thank you, Scout. Well, I've come to the Ayer Women's Rally the past couple of years, and it's really important at this time in our country's history to stand up for women, to make sure we oppose discrimination, to make sure that women are feeling enough support from the government in terms of professions, in terms of protecting their rights, and also making sure that we're having a moment to elect more women to public office. It's really important to do that because right now, even in the Massachusetts legislature, over 75% of elected officials are men, and we really need to change that.
I think that too. How come, you're the only man here who spoke?
Well, that's a really good point. That shows the fact that there's, not as many women elected officials. If there are more women elected officials, then there would be more women speaking today. I did see a lot of men in the audience, so I think it's important to realize that there's a lot of men in this area here in Ayer and Shirley that also support women.
Do you think that next year there will be more men?
I definitely think there'll be more men, and I think it's important, as I said, is after the rally, it's important to get out there to advocate for policies that affect women and also to work hard to elect more women to public office across the country.
Thank you for talking with me. We're here with Sarah Miller, who works at Indivisible Neshoba. What is Indivisible Neshoba?
So Indivisible Neshoba is a progressive group of people who get together every week and work on promoting progressive causes and issues. Right now, we're very involved in getting out the vote in other states. One of the things we do is we send postcards to people who are going to be potentially voting in upcoming elections. We want to remind them to vote.
So why are you here at the Women's Rally?
So we're here because a lot of people may not know what to do in their communities. They may not know what sort of options they have for getting involved locally. So we're here to let people know that they can get newsletters from us, they can find out who progressive candidates are, how you can support their campaigns, and those are the big things that we're paying attention to right now as we head into the 2020 election.
I want you to think about voting maybe a little differently than you do right now. A lot of people look at voting as something, it's another one-day civic fuzzy. You go in and you vote, you're like, I did my civic duty. Great, once every 4 years or every 2 years or however often you vote. That's not enough. Not in this country. Voting is a participatory process. And it's going on 365 and a quarter days of the year. You have to be involved starting now.